1 2 1 2, man. It's the one and only DJ MF and Chase, man. You know what the vibes, man. Today we got a special episode. I'm not gonna lie, I am super excited about this, right? So with that being said, man, we gotta pay the bills today, man. It's Oscar night, man. Filmmaking night, good content weekend. It's back to business, back to work for everybody. So with that being said, man, without further ado, we gotta go to our sponsors right quick. Make sure you download that DJ Chase radio mobile app, man. Your iPhone, your Android. You already know you gotta download that. We got Groove, the hottest podcast, hottest platform to get in touch with playlist curators, get feedback from real people, not bots. Get all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then we also have Wakanda, the hot new app out now. And then also too, we have Podcast Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase to get 20% off your podcast. But enough of all that. Oh, excuse me. And also, too, we have the new website coming out, rapmarkets.com, coming soon. Don't worry about that. We here. But enough of all that, man. We paid the bills. So with that being said, we got the. I want to give them a nice intro, man. We got Oakland's own, right? Oakland, the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Oak Town. You know what I'm saying? My guy, the Oakland A's. I'm a New Yorker, but Jason Giambi came from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer came from Oakland. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So with that being said, my guy, Abdul Elamin, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, bro? Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man.
I'm good, man. Well, first and foremost, how are you doing tonight, brother? You looking good, looking sharp today, right now in the Bay. What's up?
Thank you, bro. Likewise, bro. Good,
Yeah,
man. I'm just like you say, it's a lot going on. Oscar night and all these things, and we sitting here chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a
yes, sir.
dope, man. You feel me?
For sure, for sure. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you dope. You reached out to me. We've been building for like almost like 2 years now. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes, sir.
Coordinating different things and working on different ideas and, you know what I'm saying, different
Mm-hmm.
promo. So, a lot of times people always think I'm a music guy, you know what I'm saying? But I interview
Yeah.
creatives. I interview everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have fun. Like
Mhm.
everybody has a different story. Everybody has, different platform, big, small, tall, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, right? But you have a unique story, and I want to talk about your background in
Yes, sir.
filmmaking and how you got started in that. So, with that being said, your background, you're from Oakland, California, correct?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. And with that being said, I'm from New York. I've never been to the Bay, but how would you describe the Bay for you?
Um, that's a good question. Well, when I was growing up, I went to school with Laotians, Cambodians. The only thing I didn't go to school with white kids. You know what I'm saying? Until I got older. So it was black, Mexican, Laotians, Samoans. So
Yeah,
that to break down how the day was for me.
yeah, nice. Got you. And I would say that you grew up in the 80s, 90s, or the 2000s in the Bay. What would you say?
I was born in '83, so
Mm.
early late '80s, early
Mm.
'90s.
Got you. And with that being said, now unfortunately, the Bay comes from the crack era and that era, things like that, and the Bay especially. How did that affect you growing up?
You know, the thing is, I was raised in a very dangerous neighborhood. Well, a
Mm.
few of them,
Yeah,
but from like I would say first grade to sixth grade, I stayed in the same neighborhood. Um, and my parents raised us right. I got five brothers and one sister, right? So we was raised right in the household. But once I walked outside, it was like a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? All the things I was taught
mm.
in the house didn't apply when I was outside. You know what I'm saying? I used to walk to school by myself from the
Yeah,
first grade to on. So I used to see, I absorbed a lot of bad things,
mm.
as a kid.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. And with that being said, I want to ask you this right now. Uh, for somebody like myself who doesn't know the difference, and I know I'm gonna get killed for this one, but what's the difference between Oakland and San Francisco? Like, what would be the difference? Like, what would you say the difference is between Oakland and San Fran?
San Fran, they would consider like one of the biggest tourist attract, cities in the world.
Yeah.
Um, but don't get it twisted. It's treacherous over there too.
Mm.
It's battle in Frisco, but that's where most of the tourists come from around the world. They go see
Mm.
San Francisco. That's what I would say. But it's about 15 minutes from us. But if it's traffic, it could take an hour. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends.
Mm.
That's how the traffic is out here.
Mm. Got you, got you. Okay, and with that being said, now I want to ask you this question, right? So, the Oakland, especially, we know about Fillmore Slim. We know about, independent. Well, I'm with the older cats, you know what I'm saying, like myself. You know what I'm saying? We know Oakland for being independent, even all the way back to the Black Panthers. Black Panthers started in Oakland. Did that influence you growing up as far as like wanting to be independent and learn different things?
Well, I'm gonna correct you on one thing. Fillmore Slim, that's Fillmore, that's a
Yeah,
street in San Francisco.
that's
So
San
that's
Francisco.
deep
Okay,
in San Francisco.
okay.
Okay, but you know what? To be honest with you, um, I really didn't start learning about the things until I got older.
Okay.
The Black Panthers, the Fillmore Slims. To be honest with you, they really didn't, as far as I remember, not being
Mm,
taught them things
mm,
until I got older. But what I would say influenced the independent was instead of fronting, you know, product from somebody, you stacked your own money to buy it yourself.
yes, sir.
So that's where the independent came from. And then you would see the Mac Dre's, and then artists like that later on, and then you learn that the thing about Too Short and them later on. But like I said, I'm born in '83, so by the time I got to high school, Too Short was already considered an older artist. So
Mm,
they wasn't teaching us about his independent grind. They starting to teach us now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But they wasn't teaching us back then. So
yeah.
nah, I just learned it from we learned it from, like I said, independently grabbing our own whatever we was doing.
Mm.
That's where it came from.
Got you. Perfect, perfect. So, how did you get into filmmaking? Because like I said, a lot of young black brothers they more or less want to be artists in a sense to do music or or turn to the streets or gangbanging, especially in the West Coast. How did you initially get involved into filmmaking?
I'm gonna answer that, but I'm gonna also say Master
Yeah,
P. If anything, Master P
yeah.
is the first person that I seen independently. He was in Richmond,
Okay.
so we talk about independent. That's somebody that we was talking
Yeah.
about at that time in the '90s.
Perfect.
But
Okay.
to answer your question, and then E42. But to answer your question, so my mother rented a camera for my sister's wedding, um, and she rented it from Rent a Center.
Mm,
And I remember it sitting at the house, and I just grabbed it one day, take it to school,
mm.
and then I just started filming all my friends and all the girls. I was pretty popular
Yeah.
in school. That's where it started. I had shot like a little hood movie.
Yeah.
Um, back then, I had to I didn't have no computer, so I had to edit the movie on the VCR. That's kind of like where all this stuff started for me.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, love it, love it. And I want to ask you this question: I know, were your parents like involved in entertainment, anything like that? Did they like say, you know what, we're gonna do some entertainment? Nah, you just did it on your own, huh?
Because my sister husband, he just passed away last
Mm.
year. But
Sorry to
at
hear
that
that.
time, he used to come by the house,
Mm.
and he told us he was in his movie with E40 called Obstacles.
Mm.
And back then, this is like word of mouth. It was like you didn't see it, but the stories was bigger than the visual. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
So I remember him telling me this, and I was like, "Oh, you can shoot a movie yourself."
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And then when the movie came out, certain neighborhoods that the movie was in, I actually grew up in these neighborhoods. That's when I started to realize you could actually do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because besides that, we didn't see Hollywood. I didn't see no celebrities coming through my neighborhood when I was a kid, and
Mm.
none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Copy, copy. I love it, love it. And so like I said, stepping into the filmmaker role, did you start like, okay? Did you say I want to direct first, or do I want to do screenplays first? That's what I wanted to ask as well.
um. Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, another thing, my oldest brother, he used to come to our, visit us, and he had a camera,
Mm.
and he was trying to do filming early too, but he never figured it out. But it was like those examples of what I saw. But for
Mm.
me, I thought that even when I was young, I was multi-talented, even though I didn't even understand what it meant.
Mm.
Like I knew I could set the camera up, I knew I could get in front of it, I knew I could direct. You know what I'm saying? Before I even knew what I was doing. So that's like I guess it was just built, God-given talent, because I didn't
Mm.
structure it that way.
Mm. Okay. Copy, copy. Love it, man. And now, I want to play a game real quick, right? So I want to talk
Yeah.
about who you got. Like, so I want you to pick one black director over the other. I know this is terrible. I shouldn't do this, but we gonna do it. So who you got? John
Okay.
Singleton. Okay, Spike Lee or John Singleton? Who you got?
Yeesh. Uh, Damn. I
Yeah,
go Spike Lee.
I agree with that. All right, F. Gary Gray or Ryan Coogler?
I gotta go Ryan Coogler. He's from where I'm from. I got to,
I figured that.
yeah.
I figured that. I figured that. For sure, for sure. Thank you for playing the game today. Now, I want to
Yeah.
ask as well too, like, like is it like when you're doing film and I know even me having an independent company, independent label, getting financing is the hardest thing ever to do. Is it hard to get financing as a black filmmaker? I just gotta ask.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
The the first two films, Tunnel Vision, Zodiac Signs, I especially financing myself, you know. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, it's hard, very
Yeah.
hard, especially when there's certain things and you don't have the resources to get to it. They're definitely gonna try to beat you over your head on the price,
Hmm.
stuff like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, 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 for sure, definitely. All right, copy, copy. And I do want to ask you this too, as well. Like, the movie Tunnel Vision on Tubi out now. Got to plug that. Gotta,
Thank,
what I'm
thank
saying,
you, bro.
represent that. Right. So with that being said, Tunnel Vision is a very, very funny movie, and it's a very
Thank
unique story. So with that being said, like, what made you want to be the star in the movie versus having an actor in the movie?
you. Shit, I ain't had nobody else.
Oh,
And to be honest, but
yeah,
but to be honest with you too,
yeah,
I see all these horror stories about,
mm,
you might find a person and then they stop showing up, or you chasing behind them and this other thing. So I said, you know what? I think I had enough talent to do it myself because I know I'm gonna show up.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, and um, that's pretty much what it was.
Copy, copy. And once again, the story is super unique. Like he's like like a reform, hustler. He's just trying to get his life right. It's just crazy. I was like, this movie is comedy.
Thank you.
So with that being said, filming it raw like that, I could tell you definitely come from like the massive P's. I got to hook up,
Yeah.
that whole style and just the raw gutterness. Is it hard to like film like camera wise, like edits and things like that? Is it hard to do that to particular stuff, like as far as like being an editor, putting everything together and all that stuff, or like color correction, editing, sound editing, things like that? Do you find that very difficult to do that yourself?
Yes. The hardest part would be the sound for me.
Uh,
I'll say I'm decent in them other areas, but the sound is like terrible at that shit. I can't figure the sound out.
yeah.
But I think but like you said, learning. I mean, just watch like even when I was a kid, I would watch Mel Gibson. He would they say
Mm,
he produced, direct, and starred in Braveheart.
mm,
Sylvester Stallone, he was doing all the Rockies. He was carrying all these hats all by himself. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But I remember hearing them things. So then when I got a chance to do it, I said, you know what? I think I could pretty good at these things. If you
Mm.
look at all the Marvel movies, Stan Lee, you see him and he got a
All of them.
cameo in every Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
little gems and stuff like that that you say you can
yeah,
try your hand. You can try your hand at different
yeah,
things.
yeah. Well, that's funny you brought that up because Stan Lee is actually from the neighborhood I used to live in, over there
Oh,
on
that's right.
University. Yeah, he's from University. Actually has a Stan Lee Way. He has a street sign named after him from where he's at over there. Where I used to live on a University in the Bronx and stuff like that, which is cool
That's good.
because I say like even though we're like on two different coasts, the
Yeah.
parallels are the same as far as like independent. Like I'm from New York and Harlem. Like we independent as well too on this side. But I wanted to ask you as far as the Tubi business, like having an aggregator like Tubi, does that make it easier for you to put out movies, or do you may find it actually more difficult to monetize movies on a platform like Tubi?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't fully understand the business side of how it works.
Mm,
For the last I just figured it out in the last year how to make it work, what the ads are worth,
mm,
how many ads you need, so they won't give you them gems.
mm,
But no, I would say the fact that they took a chance, the distributor took a chance to put me on there,
mm.
and right now the film is number one on there. You know what I'm saying? So all
Yes,
that
sir.
hard
Yes,
work
sir.
is paid off. So I don't, I think anything that you want to do and be good at is going to be hard. It ain't worth it if it ain't hard.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. And as far as the Tubi movies, cause I'm a guilty. My guilty pleasure is the Detroit Tubi movies. Those Detroit like strip club movies on Tubi.
Yes, sir. I have the
Yeah,
same. I got the same distributor, same exact distributors, them guys.
yeah,
So I'm the
yeah,
same
yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. So with that being said, man, do you feel like Zodiac Signs is here to stay? Like, do you feel like Zodiac signs
Oh
might
yeah,
be the one to put you on the map.
it's going shit. Tunnel vision is put me on. I would say tunnel vision is putting me on the map now.
Yeah,
You know, it takes some years, but I would say Zodiac Sign is gonna take us to a whole nother
yeah,
stratosphere when you see it, bro. I'm
Lo-
telling you, bro. I
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't. I just want to make sure it's
yeah,
it's all the way right because
yeah.
sadly in our culture a lot of the films that they putting out
Mm.
make us look a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I do.
It's
I
like
do know what you're
we grew
saying.
up watching everything. We grew up watching we grew up watching everything, bro. You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like you know what I'm saying. So
yeah. Love it. Now, once again, the title track, Zodiac Signs by yours truly, DJ Chase. I had to bless
yes
that,
sir.
man. I loved it. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You
You
know what I'm
think it's
saying? I
cool,
want to
bro? No
appreciate
problem.
that. And with that being said as well, what's next for Abdul El Amin? And what I mean by that is, in today's climate, like I said, you have aggregators like Tubi, but with that, you have a lot of platforms, a lot of Hollywood studios going out to overseas because of AI. Like you hear the rumors they're going to London. Hollywood is not the same. In this climate, do you feel like a director or a young black filmmaker should go independent, or they should try to get to a big film studio?
That's a good question. I guess it all just depends on what they chasing behind. You
Mm,
know what they because they might want to shoot the next Black Panther. You know, what I mean,
yeah,
you need a big studio. You know, on that kind of level of filming. But if you just try and want to tell your independent stories,
mm,
I would say go independent. You just never know. You know, especially today's time, what's gonna sell, what people gonna like. You know, as long as you
yeah,
got the pipeline to give it to them.
yeah,
No,
yeah. Love it. And my very last question is this, Abdul, is this, I want to ask you this question. All that you learn filmmaking and all that you learn in the music business, and not really in the music business, but just applying the parallels of the two, entertainment business. And what is one piece of advice that you would give any young black director or young black filmmaker get into the entertainment business today?
you really gotta have tunnel vision because you might have people discouraging you, telling you your idea ain't good enough. Only you gotta believe in yourself before you do anything, right? Write things that's truly your spirit, regardless if the world believe in it or not. You know what I'm saying? And go for what you know. That's what I would tell them. Go for what you know. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you no different.
Yeah. Love it. Once again, man, Abdul El Amin, man, filmmaker, Oaktown. You know what it is, man. The vibes, my God, my brother. Once again, thank you so much, man. When is Zodiac Sounds coming out? You finally got a date for it?
No, not yet, bro. I'm still dealing with the distributor,
Yeah,
making sure that the business is right. You know what I'm saying? But it's
gotcha.
coming. It's
Gotcha.
coming.
Love it, love it. Once again, man, WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio. Abdul, man, where can people find you? Yeah, your Instagram name is very difficult, by the way. I meant to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
gotta find you,
yeah,
yeah. For sure,
um,
man. Yeah, tell the people where
yes,
can
sir.
they find you. Tell the people how can they reach you.
My Instagram is CALIBOIJUNE6, Cali Boy June 6. Y'all can also call or text me, area code 209-771-6566. Facebook, Abdul Elamin. It's a picture. The profile is Zodiac Signs. So if you want to contact me, you can find me that way.
Yeah, you love it, man. You hear it, you love it. Tubi out now. Tunnel Vision #1 on Tubi, man. Big money, Abdul, man. Like I said, we need y'all to go stream that, run it up, man. Independent, man, is where it's at. We do this before
Yes, sir.
independent. Once again, DJ Chase Radio, WDJCDB, DJChaseRadio.com, man. Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube, DJ Chase TV. And we are out of here. Gia.
Thank you.